What is the #1 thing holding you back from dating?
That was hilarious. What's the #1 thing holding you back from dating again? And then the girl hits him and you can hear the kid crying in the background. Single mothers. Oh, man. It's funny that the girl asked the question and then it was answered like that. But yeah, many women, they say that they won't date again when they're older because, you know, they've been hurt in the past so many times. But what that actually means is that they've been run through by 25 chads, and now the amalgam, which is the best qualities of every previous partner, the new guy isn't able to beat that fusion, and so the girl ends up miserable over the long term. Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, hitting all for notifications. If you're listening on the podcast, give me a 5-star rating and give me a follow. If you'd like me to comment on a video, compilation, maybe a blog post, Reddit post, whatever, send it to theheliosblog at gmail.com. By the way, this is from 21 Studios. It literally says top 21 TikTok MG Toe Truths. Why men stop dating. Let's see.
What kind of grades did you get in high school, and what do you do for work today?
So a lot of people are using this sound to talk about how they had bad grades, but now they're doing well. I want to offer a different perspective, because I worked my ass off for my grades. In high school, I just got A's and B's, which was fine, but I did a ton of extracurriculars and I had great SAT scores.
Guys, there's something like, okay, the choker is a red flag. That makeup is a red flag. The big glass is a red flag. Does she have a ring in her tongue? Anyway, but the condescending way that she's talking to the camera, that is the biggest red flag of all. That is the condescending tone of, I am better than you. Nothing you ever do will make me happy. I am superior. Bow down to me, you reject. That is the tone that she speaks to the camera with. And imagine that you're then dating this girl or married to this girl, God forbid. What then?
Then in college, it really took off because I was taking STEM classes and I was getting straight A's for the most part.
Wow.
Chemistry, biology, calculus, A. I was doing 15 credit hours a semester. I was working part-time at Starbucks. I was working as a math tutor. I was president of more than one club. I worked so hard that I got to start working in a biology lab where I was pulling 5 a.m. shifts on.
Okay, sounds to me like a hard-working girl. So guys, just so you know, if you want to become like a medical doctor, you know, in the West, this is the sort of life you have to live in order to get there, right? You have to do basically all this that this girl is describing. But getting A's in all your classes is actually not enough. You have to get A+. So her getting 80s is just above average.
Christmas Day. I got an honorable mention from the Goldwater Scholarship because of the B I got in organic chemistry. But I'm really happy to say that after all of that hard work,
I'm now a mother. No, so sorry. Let's see what she said.
I do think I'm pretty successful now. I have nearly 2,000 subscribers on Only.
Oh my God, no! No! The plot twist! No! See, I was so wholesome, I wasn't expecting it to go there. No! Say it ain't so. So she worked so hard, and then she becomes a lady of the night. Oh my God. Privilege is invisible to those who have it. Please leave a comment if you agree or disagree.
It's come to my attention that 90% of the women that are on TikTok are crying over a motherfucker that can't back a trailer. Can't skin a deer, don't know what the a backstrap is, can't change his own tire, can't even change his own goddamn oil. But the first thing they want to say is, oh, but he's pretty. He's pretty goddamn useless unless you're running from a bear and you need to trip that motherfucker. You just... Whew.
So what he's saying, this guy, is that too many women nowadays are focused on looks and not on what a man can provide, and he's then lists all the stuff that he can provide. But that simply states women's dualistic strategy, right? This sort of man would be totally great for a girl once she's 32 and older and needs a husband, right? So, men, don't be the second guy. Be the pretty boy. Work out, work on yourself, and then you will be able to choose your pick of the litter, as it were. Although many men are choosing to walk away because, well, I mean, look at the incredible examples we have in this TikTok compilation, the previous one. Oh, by the way, this one is from 21 Studios. Shout outs to them. When your assistant walks by in the middle of your thirst trap, what a mess. Like, this is a disaster, guys. Like what is this? And what are thirst traps, guys? It's just like women making TikToks so that beta males will comment and be like, oh my god, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, I'd do anything for you, you're the best, will you marry me, etc, etc. It's just what girls do for validation. But basically, this girl here, she just doesn't eat too much, right? And now she's showing like 90% of her skin, right? And taking a picture of herself. Like, how is this considered like desirable? I mean, it's not, except in the sense that men might choose her for bedroom fun. You see what I'm saying? So women have this stuff backwards right now. What a mess.
Hey. Oh shit, bro.
Perfect. So this is like the you know, like the movies where like the jock like walks up to the girl and then he like tries to talk to her, because like, you know, many men are like brainwashed, and so they believe that like, you know, you can just go up to a girl like that and you'll be fine, and then the girl like kicks the chair and he hits his head on the desk. Like, of course this is all set up, but what I'm saying is that women will not reply how they do in the movies. You're going to get hurt, or you're going to end up, you know, let's say in a small space where you can't do whatever you want. Let's put it that way. When he literally doesn't talk to you. When he literally doesn't talk to you. So here is the thing, man. What's happening nowadays is that women are actively selecting the men that don't give them any attention, right? And then they complain when those very men don't give them attention. But women are the selectors, so you should be complaining about that which you yourself are selecting. If you don't want to experience this, select better men. How about that?
If she's a homebody, barely got friends, loves to eat, got a good vibe and mad goofy, she's not wifey material. She's a soulmate.
Okay, alright, let's see these qualities here. Homebody, great. Barely got friends, great. Loves to eat, I mean, that might imply she's overweight, so no. Got a good vibe, what does that mean? Good vibe, you mean you get along with her? Okay, sure. Mad goofy, you mean like funny? Or like weird? Like, some of these are good and some of these are... Okay, let me give you guys what men actually want in women so that you can know. Fit, feminine, submissive, cooperative, bedroom fun, loyal. That's what we need. So, if the girl doesn't have that, she's not going to qualify. Also, if she's got like more than 5 end count, like, sorry, it's not going to happen.
The soulmate.
Hi guys, so first of all, this is a bathing suit, and if you're wondering why I'm in a bathing suit in the middle of a snowstorm...
I know why. It's because you want a thirst trap. You want men to like and comment on your video, and you want them to see as much of your skin as possible. That's why. And you want to demonstrate that you're a snow bunny to all the guys. That, you know, you're a girl who would be down for a guy who, you know, skis or snowboards well. That's what you're implying by your outfit. Oh, there's more. see girls in Montreal and in Canada, or maybe in Russia.
In January, it's because it snowed 2 feet and I don't have any snow pants, and I want to show you how deep it is. So, yeah.
That's exactly what you want to do.
It's cold as fuck and I'm scared to get in, but as most of you know, I'm 4'8", so the snow's probably gonna go up to here on me. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get in. Ooh.
And this is anything for attention, anything for clout, like the song.
It's like too deep. Like.
What is she saying? Oh my god, guys, this is ridiculous. You might have heard in a previous video me say this, right? Where many women, what they'll do is they'll put the seeking of man as above their own health and safety. This is a direct demonstration of it right here, right? The girl could get frostbite from this, but she doesn't care because she's going to get the thirst of 1,000 guys. And the thirst of 1,000 guys is much more valuable than your own skin, apparently.
I can't. Okay, I'm in. And I can't get out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, no, never again.
Yeah, could I have some food stamps for food? Just to eat? If you want to eat, you have to be poor. I'm poor. Why else would I ask you for fake food money for food? You have jewelry, not poor. Don't believe you. Do you need proof? Here's some proof. Why do you want food stamps? To eat food. Okay, but you have to promise me you won't buy drugs with your food stamps. Okay.
I don't understand why this is funny. Is this like a girl's attempt at humor? Because it's failing to hit the right notes for me. All I'm seeing is a sad conversation attempted to be made funny by a girl, but only succeeding in making it more sad. Get a husband.
I see you have a job and you make money. Where does all your money go? You can't eat? No, I have bills to pay.
Yeah, you and everyone else. What do you... Okay.
For drugs? No. Can I have the food stamps? You act poor, so yes. But you can only buy cold food. Rotisserie chickens are for rich people. Okay. I'm hungry now. When will I get the food stamps? 3 weeks. Okay, I'll try not to die.
Like, guys, I don't know. Like, I didn't personally find that funny. I just found it really, really sad. This is the state of the modern world, 2022, where like the girl, instead of, you know, doing the qualities, being the things that men desire, and then just getting with a man and then just having a family and being taken care of, this is the result, right? And what many women do is, instead of going to the food stamps people, they just have a kid and then with a guy that they don't care about, and then they have that guy pay them child support, and then off of that child support they mostly support themselves and then a little bit to the kid, right? And like, I don't know, guys, all I see is the collapse of the Western world when I see that stuff. It doesn't make me laugh or cry or like, it's just sad. No. Okay, next.
Not every brain uses them, and when they do use them, they're mostly tested in the passenger seat because the misogyny continues. And did you know that women are 1.7 times more likely to suffer adverse side effects of medications because the clinical trials used to determine the proper dosage were male-dominated trials? Because let's completely ignore the fact that men and women process drugs differently and have different metabolisms. So yeah, super great. Have you ever heard?
That's not why that happens. That happens because men are more risk takers. And so because men are more risk-taking, they're willing to take drugs that, you know, you don't know if it's going to hurt you or not because it hasn't been clinically tested, right? All right, pink tax, let's see.
Heard of the pink tax? It's not actually a tax, but it's a statistically higher cost for female marketed products that are identical to male products.
You know why? It's because women consume or spend 75%-ish of the money in the Western world. Whereas more than 50% is owned by men. What does that say?
For example, female clothes that are identical to male clothes on average are 10% more expensive, and little girls' toys compared to little boys' toys tend to be 5 to 13% more expensive. And this inflation of cost, on average, is estimated to cost women $1,300 a year for identical products just because they're marketed to.
Indeed, that's just the law of supply and demand, right? Because women are demanding more products. The people who are selling, they know that there's more demand for their products, and so they can raise the price. That's what it is. Because women can spend more money, the products that they buy can cost more money.
To women. And now let's talk about how men are praised for doing the bare minimum, like babysitting their kids or helping with chores, as if they're not their kids and their chores.
Okay. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you expect the guy to work 8 hours and then come home and do chores, you're an asshole. Like, that is cruel. Because unless both partners are working equally difficult, like let's say engineering jobs, unless both partners are working equally difficult engineering jobs, then okay, they should split the chores equally. But if one person is the provider and one person is supposed to be the stay-at-home partner, and you're asking your partner that's working 8 hours a day to do even more for you, that is so ungrateful. It's to the point of being unbelievable. Okay, let's move on.
That just need to be taken care of. And when men reach high-powered positions, are you ever accused of sleeping your way there because you couldn't have possibly gotten there on skill, merit, or qualifications? Of course not. Or
the competition is like 9 times higher for men. 90% of the men that end up as CEOs have to compete with fields that are dominated 90% by men. So, like, that's a poor argument. The competition is much higher. Like, the reason why there aren't more female CEOs is because females, like women, they don't tend to work as hard because they want more work-life balance, right? They want to be able to have children, etc., and more sick days and so on. So over time, they end up being not as competitive as men for those high-powered positions. And are women accused of sleeping around to get to the top? No, not at the apex height of business. No. Any woman that has gotten to that point is usually qualified to be there. Like 99.95% of the time. You can't get to a position like that except by severe nepotism or actually being qualified.
The fact that girls mature faster than boys, but when we're younger, girls are just told, oh, you just have to be patient. They mature slower than you. Instead of telling little boys, oh, women actually mature quicker than you, so you should be looking up to them as role models and
Oh my god, what a total disaster. No, you shouldn't look up to the women peers as your role model. You should look up to your, teachers, coaches, parents. Those are your role models, not the 12-year-old girl when you're a 12-year-old boy. Ridiculous. And by the way, because women mature faster, that's why they prefer older partners. Also, there's the trade-off of women wanting an older partner who makes more money, right? So they want the older, more established partner, and then there's a trade-off between, achievement, success, and beauty and youth and fertility, right? So there you go. This, none of the points this girl's making are actually good points.
Leaders and see how they handle situations. No, you're never told that? Or what about how when...
Well, actually, they are. In modern elementary schools, basically, men are taught that boys are taught that they're defective girls, and they're treated as such. And that's why so many boys end up miserable, bored, and just acting out, because they are taught that the girls are the people to be looked up to, and the stuff that they like and the stuff that they want to do is not cool or interesting or special, which is utterly ridiculous.
Little boys like little girls, they're mean to them, and little girls are just told, they're mean to you and they like you. And then we're confused why so many women love toxic men as if it's not something you're taught to do. Yeah.
No, that's not why. This is just an argument used to deflect responsibility off of women, right? Women actively choose the men that are quote unquote toxic, and then they complain about those men when 80% of the male population is invisible to them, and they're ignoring that percent of the male population. So again, this is just arguments used to deflect responsibility off of themselves. A little bit of accountability, responsibility, and personal ownership would serve you very well. All right, let's go on to our Reddit post. So this is again a girl complaining on FDS. How can I know if someone is truly nice to me? I guess this applies to both men and women, but of course it's a woman writing this post. The truth is, people are often nice to you and have ulterior motives, or as opposed to being polite. How can you tell if someone is truly nice to you? It's just that I've been thinking about people I know in the past, and I suddenly question if they were nice to me due to genuine reasons. Was I too naive back then and mistook politeness as a genuine interest in friendship? I lost contact with some of them and haven't spoken to them in years, and I wonder how odd it is to suddenly reach out to them. Okay, so let me translate all this. I am 30 plus years old, approaching the wall. The men who are interested in me because they wanted to sleep with me, I was only interested in platonically. Now that the shoe is on the other foot and I want a good beta male provider, I want to reach out to those men. How can I do this without making myself appear weird or appear to those men as though I am using them in order to get a free meal ticket? In my experience, almost every person who suddenly reached out to me when we had not spoken to each other usually have motives other than truly wanting to reconnect with me, including yourself. In terms of men, way too many men befriend women with the interest of wanting to flirt, date, or have bedroom fun with them. How can I tell a guy as being nice, as being genuinely nice? A lot of low-value men also try to hide their low-valueness initially. I think wisening up and being better at spotting whether others are truly nice to you is part of leveling up. Translation. In the past, I spent all of my time up to the wall messing around with these low-value men who hide their low-valueness initially and trick me. So again, just anything to deflect responsibility and personal to take any accountability or ownership for the bad decisions. All right, let's see what they answer in the comments. Top comment here with 170 upvotes. This goes for everyone. Don't give them what they want every time they want something and see if they change over time. The best way to tell if someone is using you is to become useless to them. I used to be a people pleaser until I got exhausted mentally, financially, and so forth. I stopped paying for nights out with friends. I stopped being a psychiatrist on demand. I stopped lending out money to people I'd never see again. They caught on pretty quickly that the gravy train was over. They all, the ones who were using me, stopped talking to me after a month or two. I was left with one genuinely good friend. So, actually pretty good advice. The only issue is don't give them what they want every time they want something. So, basically what this girl is trying to teach other women is don't do things for the purpose of pleasing men. Because if you do, they will use you and discard you. Well, here's what you need to do, women. If you want to be with a man, you need to have the qualities that men want: fit, feminine, submissive, cooperative, and bedroom fun, loyal. Then you need to understand that you're 2 points less attractive than you think you are and go for men at your level. And you will find that you have absolutely no issues at all finding a long-term relationship with a man of value. You just need to be below the age of 28. That's it. All right, I think we're going to end the episode there. If you're liking the video, new to the channel, please hit the sub button, hit all of the notifications. If you're listening on the podcast, give me a 5-star review and give me a follow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please remember to do all of the following. Like the video for the algorithm. Comment on the video. I respond to all comments and I'll give you a heart. Subscribe and hit the bell so you can see my content on your feed. Check out all of my content on other platforms. It spreads the reach of the channel. YouTube, bit.ly/heliosyoutube. Rumble, bit.ly/heliosrumble. My blog is realheliosblog.com. My podcast, bit.ly/heliospodcast. My Patreon, patreon.com/theheliosblog. You can also support the show at bit.ly/heliosdonations and buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Thank you so much for all of your support.